And now, coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios, Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou.
I like the steel drums played with the steel guitar. I go to honky-tonks and to tiki bars. I like girls in bikinis and wearing tight blue jeans. I like the fiddle played with marimba thrown in and a conga drum beat behind the mandolin. I was raised in the country but still love the sound of the sea. I wear a cowboy hat with my bathing suit. I'm just a country boy who likes to sit under a palm tree. I'm not all mixed up, I just like my music. Tropical Country.
Oh, yeah, it's Wednesday night. Happy Hump Day, everybody. Welcome to Tropical Country with B-Dawg and Lou, right here on Tiki Man Radio. We are where the boots meet the beach. And, of course, we are coming to you live from the Chocolate Bar Studios here in beautiful Harrison Bay, overlooking the majestic Chickamauga Lake. Our show is brought to you by JBL Legends Travel. JBL Legends Travel is the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio and the partner for the Tiki Man Radio Escape to Paradise, which is this year. They're going to Mexico. And if you missed out like we did, I'm sorry, but there's always next year. So make sure that you check out JBL Legends Travel if you want to go on an Escape to Paradise or just plan a vacation, a destination wedding, regardless of what you want to do. Trust the professionals at JBL Legends Travel, 732-831-5200. When you're down in Key West, do not sell yourself short and don't make it out onto the water. You got to get out there onto the water, get to the backcountry, get to the sandbar, and enjoy all that Key West truly has to offer. And there's no better people to do it with than Goaltending Services, GTS Charters. Gypsy and Monty are fantastic people, and they will show you a great time out on the water. They are a veteran-owned business and handicap accessible from the dock. You can get a hold of them at 305-916-0990 or go to gtscharters.com. We're broadcasting live tonight on Tiki Man Radio, tikimanradio.com, and the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of MFG Records Tropical Live Cam. If you are an independent artist and you're looking for somebody to take your music to the next level, well, reach out to MFG Records Tropical. Dave Sines and Beth Travers, not only are they record producers, they are singer-songwriters themselves, so they know the business for very, very well because they've been doing it for a very long time. So check out MFG Records Tropical. All right, that's all taken care of. My partner in crime, as always, Lower Lou's in the house.
Hey, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right, I think.
You'll be just fine.
We're making it, so it's Wednesday night, so what can't be, great about it, right?
That's right. We look forward to this. Really, we look forward to this all week.
It has been one heck of a week for me, so I'm ready to get over the hump and onto the weekend, and hopefully you are too. And we're going to do that with tonight with our special guest, Mr. Cy Chadwick is in the house.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
We're so glad to have you here. Ever since we were told about you, the Gartrells, who are actually out here in the bar, staring in the window. They can wave hi. They can see them.
He brought a whole entourage.
I know he did.
Yeah, that was. Cora called and she was like, "Are you going up there by yourself?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, I'll go if you want me to." And I was like, "Well,
might as well.
Come on."
That's right.
I was like, "I'll call you and I'll almost get to your house." So I was almost there, and she's like, "Mom's going too." I'm like, "All right, more the merrier. Let's go."
That's right.
That's right. We are going to have a great time getting to know Cy, his story, his music, and we are so glad to have him here. But like always, before we kick off, we got to say, welcome to the show.
There's a party going on around town. It's one rowdy cowboy throwdown here in H-Town, where we're stronger than a hurricane. From miles around. The best of the best come here to put their tough to the test. Give it all for gold or go home broke when they open up that gate. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. It's a Houston tradition, 4-H, FFA, and go Texan. And you can bet, son, it's gonna be around a long, long time. When these riders and ropers give it their best, we'll show them how loud the hometown crowd can get. 'Cause tonight, y'all, we all got a little bit of cowboy deep inside. Welcome to the show, welcome to the home of the world's biggest rodeo, where the stars light up the night underneath that Texas sky. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, are you ready for a ride? Yeah, you better buckle up and hold on tight, where the Bayou City streets meet the country roads. Where the Bayou City streets meet these country roads. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Cody Johnson.
Listen, I just have to say, I love watching you. Every time that song comes on, I wish I had control of the camera, because I know you sneak up in on me sometimes. I would love for everybody to see you dancing to that. It's so funny.
I ain't dancing. I'm just doing a little head bobbing, that's all. So, Cody Johnson, it was announced he is going to be one of the headliners at CMA Fest this year.
Wow.
So, that is super exciting. And hopefully, we're going to get to back up there to CMA Fest and maybe get in there on that big show. What do you think?
That would be fantastic. I'm a try it. I'm a try it.
Hey, anybody we need to say hello to before we kick everything off?
We have a lot of people.
Nice.
I know. Along with the entourage out there in the chocolate bar. We've got the Goldens and the Gartrells, and of course Danny and Heather are out there, Tiki Man and Hippie Chick. We've got Uncle Alex.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Of course, the resident mascot Katie May is out there, and Millie Bell.
Millie Bell's out there as well. Yes.
Yeah. But on YouTube we have Maureen is out there tonight, so hello to you.
Hey, Maureen.
And Bobby McQueen is out there.
Our island truck driver.
Yeah, he said he can't stay for long. He's got to drive, but he wanted to say hi, and he'll be listening. So nice to see you tonight.
Well, I thought I had, hold on. I thought I have something just for Bobby. I'm trying to see if I can find it. Yep, here it is. There it is. That goes out to Bobby McQueen.
I love it. I love it. And then want to say hello to Eric Tittle is out there.
Hey, Eric.
He says 08.
I-O, brother.
Z is out there tonight. David Zaracore.
Hello to Z and G over there in Memphis, Tennessee.
Absolutely. And Miss Taylor is out there tonight listening. So hello to you.
Hello to my daughter Taylor and Everly, and I guess I got to say hello to Austin now, since he's going to be a part of the family very, very soon. He's the future son-in-law. Yeah.
And Donna Cummings is out there.
Hey, Donna.
We've got her too. And Gina is out there. So I'm glad we said hi to her as well.
Of course. You can't say hi to Z without saying hello to G. They are a pair.
They are a pair. Mr. Slayton Dooley is out there tonight.
Hey, Slayton.
We're hoping we're going to get him back on the show sometime pretty soon.
He's got new music out that we're going to probably
Getting
be
ready
playing.
to come out.
Getting ready to come out. We'll probably have him come back here in the studio at some point in time when he's about
Yeah.
ready to release that.
He wants to hang out
He's
for a
been a
little
busy
while.
guy working on his solo stuff as well as the Cosmic Strangers is releasing
Yeah.
new music as well. So he's been a busy guy.
Absolutely. And our OG sponsor, JBL Legends Travel. Hello to you.
Joe Leo of JBL Legends Travel.
We love you guys. And let me see here. Verona Corona is out there.
Verona Corona saying hello from Mexico. I'm glad she was able to chime in, and
Me too.
And I'm glad she's feeling better.
Me too. And Larice and Flaz are out there. Hi,
Sweet
guys.
Larice and Flaz Noogies.
And Gypsy Travels. Hello to you, one of the
Hey,
newlyweds.
Gypsy. Of course, they are. Gypsy is one half of our sponsors there at Goaltending Services, GTS Charters.
And Eric is out there. So Rick the
Rick
Stick.
the Stick. Of course, that is Rick the Stick of Rick's Hometown Licks right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday night at 5.
And let me see. Tommy Gartrell is out there. He wasn't
Hey,
able
Tommy.
to make it up here with the rest of the crew. So hello to you.
Hey, Tommy, want to thank you very much for introducing us to this young man over here to my left. Because
Yes.
he is seems like a nice guy, and he's very talented from what we've heard, and we're going to look forward to getting to know him a little bit better by
And-
the end of the show.
Absolutely. And he is enjoying the chocolate bar so far.
Nice.
And then Beach Buddha is out there tonight. I did.
Did you say it?
I said it.
Did you really say it?
I did.
Well, you can't say Beach Buddha without talking about the official coffee of Tiki Man Radio. That is Beach Buddha Coffee. It is the best roast, coast to coast. Take a trip with every sip. Go over to TikiManRadio.com and click on that coffee tab and see what roast fits you most.
And hello to Linda Gray. She's out there tonight.
Hey, Linda.
MFG Records is out there tonight.
Wow, all the sponsors are
I
checking.
know. I love it.
Hello to Beth Travers and Dave Signs, MFG Records. We're so glad you guys are tuning in tonight. We love it every time you do.
And we had such a good time. I was watching some videos of y'all on stage over the weekend.
Yeah, they were having a good time.
Yeah, they looked fantastic. And Kirsty Krause is out there. Hello to you,
Hey, Kirsty.
She is actually on her way, I believe, now to London
I know.
to perform.
Is that Country to Country Festival? I think
believe
there's going
so.
on over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing with Thomas Cavanaugh.
Yeah. He's got a lot of great things going on over there, so it's nice to see that
Absolutely.
Kirsty is able to play over there with him.
Absolutely.
And I think, hopefully, I didn't miss anybody, but I think that is what we have. I do want to say a huge happy birthday.
We
have
got
had
several birthdays.
Miss Monica, was her Moni's birthday is today.
Which is the producer of The Big Show, Sunday mornings with the Tiki Man, right here on Tiki Man Radio and the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel, courtesy of that Island J live cam, every Sunday starting at 10.
And then I believe Danny Hoy is tomorrow,
Danny
I
Hoy,
think.
yeah.
The world famous Danny Hoy. And then
Mike Nash
Mike
just had
Nash.
a birthday. Yeah, there's a bunch of birthdays out there.
So if I'm missing somebody, I apologize. But here you go, folks. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you.
Delayed response. That's right. Happy birthday to everybody out there who's having a birthday or it's either come up, past, or present.
That's right.
So we wish you all a happy birthday and hope you all had a fantastic day.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Maureen is March 10th. Danny Hoy is March 9th.
Oh.
So you're included in that, Miss Maureen. Happy birthday.
We can't forget Maureen. Happy
I know.
birthday.
Happy birthday. All right.
All right.
That's all.
We got all the hellos.
I'm done taking up size time over here.
All right, because it's all about our wonderful guest, Mr. Cy Chadwick. How
Hey,
you doing?
Mosefus.
I'm pretty good. Pretty good.
Thank you so much for making the trip all the way up here. How long of a trip is it for you to get here?
Probably about an hour and 45 minutes.
Oh, that's not too
No,
bad.
not at all.
So I had been telling everybody Ball Ground, Georgia. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Nelson Bar. It's all within a mile or two. It's pretty much, yeah.
According to Golden,
Yeah.
it's
You blink and you miss
yeah,
them.
it's all the
Much,
same
yeah.
space.
It's on the same road.
Well, surprisingly enough, Lou and I had taken a road trip, and we had actually traveled through that area on a nice road trip, and then we were just completely disappointed once we got there and realized Speedy Burger was closed.
Oh,
So,
Are you a Speedy Burger fan? We still, Golden has been telling us about this for about 3 years now, 2 years at least. And we accidentally ended up in Jasper one day because I have a bad habit of just taking off on a road I've never been on.
Yeah.
And so that's what we did. I got B-Dawg to go along with it for once. And so we ended up in Jasper somehow. And we were like, oh my God, it's Jasper. We got to go to Speedy Burger. So we pulled up in the parking lot, and there was a big sign on the door saying on vacation. I was like, really?
yeah. I think they're open like 4 days a week now. That's all.
That's what Golden was like. Well, we have to go during the week now. 'Cause-
It's worth it. I mean, I will say.
Really?
I mean, living there 20 something years, almost 21 years, it's not out of the ordinary, but
But it's worth it.
it is. I mean, out of all the small places, restaurants like that around, I mean, that's about as good as it gets.
I will say,
All right, we're gonna have to take some
Golden
PTO
has
time.
pumped Speedy Burger up to like mythical levels.
I mean-
Yes.
So it's one of those things of it's a destination that we feel like we have to make now. So you're telling us he's not lying.
Now, as far as like a chicken tender, hamburger, corn dog place, like that's it. That's the best I've ever
We're going to
had.
have to take some
All right.
PTO time. That's all there is to
So
it.
we now officially have a second opinion. I don't. I'll just wait until the summertime when I'm off. You'll have to take some PTO.
I'll have to take some time off. It'll be all right.
Well, so how about tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, God, where do I start at? What do you want to know? The first.
Look at him. He's being so shy.
I know, all
like,
of a sudden.
Well, shucks,
Yeah, I mean,
You know, I'm listening to you talk honestly, and that well shucks, you really have the Georgia boy well shucks thing down. I'm telling you. It's going to take you far.
I come back pretty honest, I guess.
You do.
Well,
Honestly, I hear his voice, and if I don't look at him, I'm thinking of young Luke Bryan.
nah.
I do. I do.
His voice,
All right, I need opinions,
his
guys.
voice doesn't clear up here, and he isn't nasally like.
Well, he doesn't sound like Kermit the Frog.
Thank
But
God.
yeah, thank God. But yeah,
Honestly, the first time I heard Luke Bryan talk, I could have swore if they ever remade the Andy Griffith Show, that there's Gomer. He had the perfect voice for Gomer.
Oh, my God.
And that's what I always said. So don't put him in that category.
but coming from me, it's a good category. Just so you
appreciate
know.
it. I appreciate
Just so you know. Ask anybody.
I don't know if I've ever been mentioned in the same sentence as Luke Bryan, so that's
Well, there you go.
that's always a good time. That's good.
All right. So born and raised down there in, I guess it's considered Southern Georgia, East,
No, it's North Georgia.
North Georgia. Still considered North Georgia over there.
North of Atlanta.
North of Atlanta. So everything's north. If it's north of Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha.
To me at least.
We're-
As far as I'm concerned.
You know, we're some of those damn Yankees, so you got to
Well,
set
I
us
mean-
straight down here.
That's right.
If I get out of the state of Georgia, and as far as like cities and stuff go, I don't know where I'm at either. I can't say much. I can't really say a whole lot about that.
Well, how long have you been in the music business? First, I guess, what got you into the music
Well,
business?
I mean, I always was just singing every song that come on the radio I knew as a kid, and I always loved music for some reason. And then I always wanted to play guitar, and I never would sit down and really try, so nobody would ever give me lessons or anything. So I finally, in about 10th grade, I sat down and learned about 3 chords. Before that, like middle school was when I really started. I always loved country music, like Luke Bryan, like Jason Aldean, like everything on the radio is what I love. But I was about in the 7th or 8th grade, and I found a box of my dad's old CDs in the basement, and it was like John Connolly and like this
Oh, the good stuff.
everything classic. And
Yeah.
I dove into that, and I was like, oh my God, like, I love this. Mm-hmm. And then I learned like maybe 2 songs, I think. And I was at my buddy's house, and his dad had a guitar, and he had a stepsister about a year or so older than us, and all her friends were over there. And he was like, play him a song.
Oh, you got
I was
to
like,
impress the girls.
Oh God, and I was nervous, and I started playing. They're all looking at me and like, oh my God, like singing along. And I was like, I like this a lot. And then I just played in the basement and stuff, just trying to learn songs, I guess, and figure stuff out on it. And I went to a Riley Green concert, I guess, 11th grade, I think. And I never had been to a concert before. And
Oh, that's a good first one to go to.
really good. And I was like, oh my God. because it's one of those, like, I knew all the songs, and, like, everybody there was having a ball, and I was like, dang, I really want to do this.
That's really cool.
So that's pretty much how it started. And then, I guess, I just kept trying to learn songs and started trying to write a little bit. And there was actually, my buddy had a video of me playing, and we were talking to these guys in the crowd, and he showed them a video, and they're like, yeah, man, like, you stick with it. It's just certain things like that along the way that stick out more than like, whatever I learned in school, I don't remember. But like stuff like that, the small interactions, I can remember stuff like that. But
wow. So you're 100% completely self-taught on the guitar.
I've never had a guitar lesson. Anything I've ever learned from somebody I was trying to play with or whatever, like, no, I'll do this instead, like it.
Wow. Now, do you come from a musical family, or are you it?
I'm it.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm it. My great-grandma, she plays a little bit of piano, but nothing. My sister plays ukulele, but I don't think that really.
Oh, that qualifies.
Counts, yeah.
That counts.
It counts. But
that counts.
As far as I'm it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, what did the parents think when you said, "Hey, I'm going to start playing country music"?
Loved it. I mean, nobody really thought whenever I started it I was going to try to make something out of it.
Uh-huh.
They just thought I was just trying to play guitar.
It's a phase. He'll play on the back porch sometimes.
Yeah. Dad always liked to listen. If I was ever in the basement, he'd open the basement door and sit up there and listen, or he'd be like, come up here and play, and I'd play in the living room, whatever. And
well, that's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, and it got to the point where they're like, go to the basement if you're going to do that, or go to your room or something. But no, everybody's liked it.
That's really cool. So they've all been really supportive of you.
Yeah, and then when I got started playing out and stuff, and like playing in bars and stuff, my grandparents were like, "You're going to play in a bar?" And I'm like, well, "Yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah,
that's how it goes." And they're like, "Well, oh God."
Yeah.
Like, well,
you got to start somewhere, right? You got to go where the audience is.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I thought about it.
Well, the videos I've seen, they have a great time watching you when you're up there. Yeah. And you have a great time on stage.
Oh yeah, that's for a fact.
You can tell. Yeah.
Now, are you playing music full time, or just right now it's just a part time gig until you get the traction to be able to go do it full time? Is that the goal? I'm assuming.
100%. If I had to live off music income right now, I couldn't afford to take gas to get up here, so I still work.
Well, it's just like anything else, we do it for the love of it, and hope maybe one day we can make a living at it, but until then, we're going to enjoy what we do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just have a good time doing it so far.
Well, now I can tell you last week we gave everybody a sneak peek of what to expect tonight. And we played College Girl. Yeah. And people absolutely loved that song.
What a fun song.
Dang, that's
really fun song, yeah.
You didn't know that we already played it for people, did you?
I was watching. I've watched since I figured out I was going to do this. I've watched a few videos and just caught parts of it. And Tommy sent a video whenever Adam was on here about one of his stories, and I watched it. And I've seen a bunch of videos, but I didn't tune in last week, so I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
that's a shock to me.
Yeah, everybody enjoyed it for sure.
Absolutely. So the stage has been set for you, so everybody knew what to expect, and everybody is tuning in. You got the entourage, so you got quite the stage tonight. How about that?
I appreciate it. I'm glad. Glad somebody wants to hear it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, of course.
Will Rowland is out there, and he says, go Cy.
That's one of my best friends.
Well, he is watching tonight. You've got some folks in Ohio watching. My sister-in-law, Donna, we call her Dew. She's out there watching, so hello to you. And then Miss Monica, you missed your birthday song, so you have to go back and watch the replay. But Miss Monica is on here finally.
And she's tuning in from Canada.
Yeah. So you've got some listeners everywhere waiting to hear you play some music.
You got people from Mexico to Canada so far just chiming in here.
All the Americans.
How about that?
Yeah.
And Colin Satterfield says, get it, boy.
God, that's another. There's no telling who I was going to come on here.
Well, we love it, and hopefully they'll enjoy it tonight and listen in more often and chat with us. So.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so do you have anything you want to play?
I mean, yeah. You want to hear a cover, original? What do you want to hear?
You play whatever you want to play.
All right.
Do you have a lot of original songs? Have you been writing a lot?
Yeah. I mean, I've wrote since high school, but I mean, not all of it. See, I started out everything, like I say, everything I started out playing, because my biggest influence, like John Conley, like George Jones, stuff like that. So everything I wrote was just teardrops, sad,
The crying in your beer country.
Yeah.
All right, let's shut the door to there to the bar so
My best
we get
friend,
quiet in here.
best friend Steven and my dad, every time I write a song, but y'all listen to this, listen. I thought I had to hit every time. They're like, "Dang, that sounds just like what you wrote last week."
Oh.
I'm like, oh, well, okay. And they're like, write something that's not so sad. All right, I guess.
Yeah, there's crying in your beer country. There's party country.
There's all kinds of
yeah.
kinds, yeah. I'll play a cover to start with.
All right.
And since this Tiki Man Radio beat stuff fits and suits it, I had
Want to move those chairs?
no, that's whatever. Yeah, however y'all want to do it, that's fine. I'd heard this song, but I forgot about it. It is a Ryder Green cover of a Bruce Springsteen song, and I'd heard it at the concert or whatever, and hadn't really thought about it for a year or two. We were going to spring break, senior year, going to Panama City, and it was like 7:30 in the morning. I was in the back, I was asleep, and I'd woke up, and somebody was playing it in the truck. One of my buddies was, and I was like, "What is this?" Like, I like this. I've heard every Ryder Green song with this, and I was like, "Dang." And I went back to sleep, and they said I woke up, and I got my guitar out, and I started like trying to like figure it out. Like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm trying to play that song. So, anyways,
cool.
I've played this every time I've played somewhere, and if you want to know how many times you can listen to one song at the beach, I'll wore it out. Every time we get a truck, speaker on the beach, probably every five songs is this long. So it's Atlantic City.
All right.
Well, it blew up the Chicken Man in Philly last night. And he blew up his house too. Down on the boardwalk, they're ready for a fight. Gonna see what them racket boys can do. Now there's trouble busting in from out of state, and the DA can't get no relief. Gonna be a rumble on a promenade, and the gambling commissioner's hanging on by the skin of his teeth. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on and fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. For a job, and it's hard to find. There's winners and there's losers. Hell, I'm south of the line, and I'm tired of being caught out on a losing end. Talked to a man last night, gonna do a little favor for him. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on and fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City. Well, I got a job and I put my money away, but I got the kind of debt no honest man could pay. So I drew out what I had from the Central Trust, bought us 2 tickets on a Coast City bus. Everything dies, baby, that's a fact. Maybe everything that dies someday comes back. Put your makeup on, fix your hair up pretty, and meet me tonight in Atlantic City.
And the crowd goes wild.
That was really, really good.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have a really cool tone to your voice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate that.
Well, everybody listening in loved it. Eli Cochran said, "Size hit the big time."
That's Cora's boyfriend, actually. He plays lead guitar for me.
Well, you was talking about writing.
Yeah.
I know you got 2 songs out there right now. Are you in the process of writing more and have more plans of recording? Or
I have I think 5 in production right now.
Oh, really?
That's really cool.
I haven't really figured out if I'm going to put them out one at a time this year or put out an EP or what, but they're almost finished, so I got to figure out something to do with them. Pretty quick. But yeah, we got a lot of music coming, and hopefully a lot of cool things this year.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
become a new, kind of the trend now. People are putting out singles one at a time, and then once all of the singles are released, then they kind of package it together and sell as an EP. So we can't wait to hear it. Be sure to get us the copies so that we can play them on our show.
For sure.
All right. Now, when it comes to writing, I know I ask everybody this in their, because everybody has a different process to their writing. Does it something for you that it takes, you've had songs that just comes to you right now, or is it things that you've had to take time?
Well, I don't really know that any song that I have that I have in production right now, going to be recorded and released and stuff. Out of all those, besides College Girl, I don't think any of those took me more than like an hour and a half to write.
Really?
Like, it seems like when it's there, it's there. And when it's not, like, I'll be at work and I'll have some idea. I'll have like a whole song wrote in my head. Like, and I've always heard, say something or do something 7 times, you always remember it or whatever. And I'll like sing it over and over and over. Then I go home and I'm like, oh crap, what was I even singing about? But yeah, like if I have a genuine idea, most time I kind of have just a hook or something, or just something small, and sit down. And sometimes I won't. Sometimes I just start writing, and then somehow I just mold it into a song. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how. I have no rhyme or reason really. College Girl, I wrote that. We had a tight knit group, about 4 of us pretty much. Our whole life growing up, everything together. Went through high school. And none of us went to college, and probably because we didn't spend enough time in school actually trying to go to college, so we had no shot, so we just went to work. But actually, one of my buddies, which is my cousin, he went to college, but he commutes, so he didn't move off. So, everybody goes to college towns and hangs out at parties and stuff. So we had one buddy named Matthew. He actually went to UGA. And so
he got the college experience.
He did. And so we'd go visit. And it got to the point, we got to high school, it was like every other weekend. Like, there's no telling how much money I spent in a course of a year just going over there like every weekend. And then between there and going to Statesboro, God, that's how College Girls wrote, basically.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is College Girl about any girl in particular?
No. Actually, that's not the first time it's been asked. Every verse, I could go, that's one of those songs, it's like, just kind of was there. Like, I really didn't have to write it, because it kind of wrote itself, And it's exactly to the point. I mean, I could tell you a story about every line in that song. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, we got plenty of time.
Go ahead.
Every verse is a different girl, actually.
Okay.
And
now I'm going to have to listen to it again after I hear the story, right?
That's like, everybody's like, who's College Girl about? And I was like, who's it not about? And I wrote it, I guess we were going to Statesboro or Athens every other weekend, swapping out. And I wrote the first verse, and I wrote a chorus, and the chorus wasn't any good. And I sent my buddy Will, and he was like, dang, he's like, that first part's good. And I was like, yeah, thanks. And then he showed it to his dad, and he's like, is that real? Like, is he serious?
You're like, no, Dad,
he's
no.
Like, he's like, well, yeah, that happened. And he's like, oh, okay. And then so I didn't think anything about it. I have 2 or 3 notebooks just full of stuff. So I for the longest time, I'd come home, and every night before I go to bed, I'd try to play a little bit or whatever, and I'll think of something, try to write. I have probably 100 and something pages of, like, just words, just half-wrote songs, half-wrote verses, just that I hadn't erased. I just flip over and start rewriting them, and I have probably 2-3 notebooks full of them.
Just waiting for the right moment for it to come to you to finish it, right?
Exactly. And I'll forget about half of them. I'll look back. I did the other night, and I was like, dang, like, that wasn't that bad. Part of it.
Maybe I should finish that.
So bad. Yeah, exactly. But we were actually at Orange Beach spring break last year. It's me, my buddy Steve, my buddy Matthew, and 2 girls went to high school with us. And they're both in college. Me and Steve were the only ones that weren't in college. But we still thought we had to
got to reap the benefit,
yeah,
though.
Exactly. Yeah, we thought we had to go to spring break. So we're at Orange Beach in a condo, and it was raining. We picked the awfulest time to go, considering we didn't have to plan around school. We just went.
Right.
So we picked the awfulest week. It was like 50 degrees, and it rained half the time.
No.
And we were sitting there, and of course I take my guitar every time we go to the beach, because why wouldn't I?
Well,
Right.
Yeah,
And
right.
I was sitting there, and Steve was like, play one of those songs you wrote. And this was before I had anything out. And I played him a few, and they're like, oh, I like that. That's pretty good. And he's like, what about that College Girl song? They're like, College Girl? And I was like, oh, I just have, 2 lines or maybe half a verse or something. They're like, oh, my God, I like that. You need to finish that. And so I was like, dang.
You're like, have some drinks, girls, and I'll finish it. Yeah.
I was like, well, how can I finish this? And I was like, I don't even know what else to write about. And I locked myself in the bedroom for about an hour and a half. And I came out with my notebook in one hand, my guitar in the other, and I was like, all right, here it is.
Really?
In college, that's exactly how it happened.
Wow.
That's amazing.
They're like, let's hear it. And they're like, oh my God, like, you wrote that? And I was like, yeah.
Well, you had some material that was kind of interesting to you,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's kind of one of those in-the-moment things. It's kind of there to write about, more or less.
Well, we've been talking about it. You want to sing it?
Yeah, I'll play it.
All right. Let you get your guitar back over there.
Well, while you're getting your guitar, Shay Chadwick says we love you.
That's my sister.
Will Rowland is your #1 fan. And Miss Monica says she loves the song College Girl. So
see?
Here we go, Monica.
From Canada?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that's one of our Canada listeners.
She might, on my Apple Music thing, it has like all the countries or whatever. There's like a decent percentage of my listeners from Canada.
Oh, how cool.
Wow. I had no clue. I was like, I looked and it said like so many were like from Brazil, and I was like, how do they even, what?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we are broadcasting around the world, so
Sweet.
The opportunity to gain more of those is right here.
Awesome. Here it is, College Girl. I can still see your t-shirt laying on the floor. Those dirty sheets piled up from the night before. You never woke up till you woke up with a college girl. I can still taste those lemon drops you made me buy. You didn't like my Jack and Coke, but it made me feel alright. You never got drunk till you got drunk with a college girl. You can't blame her for being so fine. I wish like hell I could make one mine. They're too wild, no way to slow them down. If you fall for those eyes, you better hang on. They go all night till the break of dawn. Spring break angel, queen of college town. Sorority princess, hell yeah, rock my world. College girl. I can still taste that Orange Beach whiskey sunburnt kiss. You pull me in and held me tight. How could I resist? You never made love till you made love with a college girl. You can't blame her for being so fine. I wish like hell I could make one mine. They're too wild, no way to slow them down. If you fall for those eyes, you better hang on. They go all night till the break of dawn. Spring break angel, queen of college town. sorority princess, hell yeah, rock my world. College girl, don't fall in love with a college girl. Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
Now, we'll let everybody know that it's in there in that live chat. If you have any questions for Cy, feel free to ask questions. We'll relay them, and we can get your question answered. How about that?
That's right. And if you like that song, College Girl, where can they go to download?
Anywhere that you can listen to music at.
So all the Apple, Amazon, Spotify.
everything. YouTube, everything.
Nice.
All right. And it's for sale on Amazon. Is that right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I haven't. I don't know, honestly. I just use Apple Music, so.
So it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Well, I know we got it off of Amazon,
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought it off Amazon, so we
Yep.
played it last week.
Anywhere.
So
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
Well,
of
Stephen
course.
Brownell, I can't pronounce, sorry. Steven says the tour manager is ready to hit the road.
Yeah, that's my best friend, Steve.
he's ready to hit the road, right?
He is. There's a podcast, In Around Podcast, Nashville songwriter deal, and Dylan Marlowe's on there, and his buddy Screech, kind of like me and Steven, always been like best friends growing up, and he's actually his tour manager now, and they were on a podcast together, and I sent it to Steven, and I was like, check this out. And I was like, I didn't know there was such thing as a tour manager. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
here you go. I was like, if I ever have enough, like, if I ever really start doing this and start employing people, I was like, I got to figure out something for Steven to do.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way I can just leave him at home.
Well, you
Of
know,
course not.
I used to manage a country music artist from the Ohio Valley, and that's how we started.
Really?
We were best friends, and we kind of self-taught ourselves how to do all kinds of stuff. So it can be done.
That's
so
crazy.
I'm just saying. Clayton Castleberry is out there. He says he is so proud of you. You are my main inspiration, and he started writing his own songs.
That's my buddy Clayton, yeah. He's a few years younger than I am.
Well, you got to start somewhere, right?
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you can't just start out being 30 years old and on top.
That's right. Eli Chester is out there and wants to know, Lauren asked, what is your favorite Hank Jr. song?
Oh, God. I mean, you can't pick any of the well-known ones. You got to dig back. I guess 11 Roses.
Oh.
Probably. That or Weatherman. One of those two. Or Blues Man. I don't know. I don't know if I can pick. I can't pick a favorite artist, favorite song, or anything. I mean, there's just I have such a big pool of music that I listen to. I mean, there's just no.
Yeah, I threw
Can't
some
choose.
people off. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah.
Because I played a little Hank Jr. Gulf Shore Road. And there was a lot of people that was commenting that they had never heard that. So
I don't think I had ever heard
So
it.
there's several that chimed in going, yes, I love that song. And so there was a mix of some that never even heard that one.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, you have to
Well,
listen.
you have
It's
to
a
look
pretty
at
good
that
song.
one. That'll be another one for your beach repertoire.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Michelle Myers, the ambassador, is out there. So hello to you, Miss Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Clay Schoffer says, who is the college girl? You already answered that one, though.
It is every college girl you
Yeah.
can ever think of,
Across
right?
America. Covers all of them.
Every college girl. I don't know. I was 34 when I hit college girl, and I had 3 kids, so I was never one of those.
It can still be. You always,
Well, I like to pretend I was every once in a while, but you know.
everybody has a college. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Everybody has a college time, I guess, in their life.
Yeah, I really did. I was going through a divorce, so it doubled my college time.
see?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We had a good time.
I had a college experience in the Marine Corps, so
Yeah,
you
see?
know everybody can have college experience.
It don't always have to be school and books.
Right.
It's worlds apart.
Yeah, the Marine Corps will definitely give you an experience in that.
Yeah, I just got to have my experience all around the world.
Listen, I'm going to tell on him for a second. So his college experience in the
Remember,
Marine Corps.
I got children listening now.
Yeah, Taylor, if you're still listening. So his college experience in the Marine Corps, let's just say that he got a personalized, well, it wasn't personalized. He got a Christmas present from a strip club. The owner, because he,
Must have frequented.
he was a regular, so they gave him a Christmas present.
Somebody's gonna
Well,
pay the bills.
you know, just put it this way: whenever you get to the point of where you walk to the front door, and instead of a cover charge, you get a high five from the bouncer as you're walking through, I think you've kind of become that frequent flyer kind of status there. But that was back a long time ago.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So Marine Corps, college, same thing.
Yeah,
Hey,
we had the experience.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's always about the experience.
Yeah. Sorry, honey. I had to tell
You
him.
really had to tell them.
I
didn't you?
did.
So, and I can imagine Taylor's probably sitting at home going, I've never heard that story. That's new to me. Well, but long before your mother, okay?
Right.
Let's get that straight. Long before her.
Long before the mamas.
That's right. I was, 18 years old and
Yeah.
fresh out of boot camp. So
And happy to be away from home.
that's right.
Sorry, I'm looking for more questions,
All right.
listeners. Go ahead.
Well, whenever I guess when we're
Continue what you were doing.
all right. Well, when we were talking, I mean, we mentioned Nashville. Have you made trips up to Nashville and been playing up there?
I've played. This is actually how I met my producer. I take voice lessons every Friday. I've been doing that for about a little over a year, I guess. In Jasper, actually. And I got a buddy named Kenny that moved up there. He's a songwriter now. And I've only been playing out for January. It'll be a year.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I'm still pretty fresh.
Wow.
And I was like, dang, I didn't know anything about how you grow or anything, like, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, for most people, it really just falls it's kind of there to just step on, you know.
Right.
For a lot of people that are at top level, you know, it's just kind of stepping
Being at the
stones.
right place
At
and the right time.
Exactly, and stuff
Yep.
to fold out. But I asked him, I texted my buddy Kenny, I was like, hey, who do you like book with in Nashville for all these songwriter rounds and stuff? And he gave me the woman's thing, and I texted her, and I was like, hey, I got a full band and all that stuff. And then she's like, oh, well, I have a showcase like next month. And I was like, oh, dang.
So this is how you do it.
Yeah, I was like, dang, that's not what I expected her to say. I was expecting her to like block me or like, who are you? Like, how do you have my number? But I was like, okay. So I called everybody in the band. They were like, yeah, Nashville, let's go. Because I called them, I was like, hey, you ever want to play in Nashville? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, we're going next month. They're like, what? And I called Eli, my guitar player. He's like, oh, well, he's still in college at the time. And he had summer class. It was during the summer. And he was like, oh, well, I have a test that day. And I was like, dang. I was like, what am I going to do? Like, now I've committed
Right.
this one I don't know, saying I'm going to come play. And like, I was like, dang, what do I do? So I kind of sat around for about 3 or 4 days. And I was like, well, I wasn't going to tell her I was not coming. I was going to figure out something.
I need a sub.
Yeah. So and there's not that many musicians in North Georgia. Like, there's not. It's before I started playing. Like, and if I hadn't have gone to high school with Connor and Presley, and then I've kind of mutually known Eli my whole life, but then after I started playing, it was when we started really hanging out.
Yeah.
Then I wouldn't have a band. Like, I've known them all I've been going to school with Connor Presley since about the 4th grade, and known Eli. I've pretty much known Eli my whole life. Not really, but yeah. So I went to singing lessons, and I remember she told me that she gives lessons to a guy that lives in Nashville and plays downtown every week. And I was like, that might work. So I asked her, and she's like, yeah, I texted him and talked to him, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, sweet, okay.
That's awesome.
Well, you wouldn't be the first one to ever post on Craigslist or some message board going musician needed.
Yeah.
Because we know some success stories that's actually happened that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. But I got his number, or whatever, and I talked to him, and he was like, yeah, just send me the set list. And so I sent him the set list and went up there and played, and then he was like, hey, if you ever want to cut something with me, just let me know. And I was like, all right, sweet. And this was after I had already recorded College Girl or whatever. So I already had that taken care of. And then I was like, all right, I will. So then I let a month or so go by, and I was like, dang. I put out College Girl at this point, and I was like, dang, I need to put something else out. And I had this other song, the other song I have out, Rockin' Chair. I called him, I was like, hey, I'm ready to come record whenever you're ready. He's like, all right. So then it's just, ever since then, I talk to him on the phone like twice a day probably. I mean, we're pretty tight.
That's really cool.
So Rockin' Chair was recorded there in Nashville?
In Nashville, yeah.
Okay. Now, where was College Girl recorded?
Rome.
In Rome, Georgia.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Which studio in Rome? I know there's probably only one, but
Open Road.
You never know.
Open Road Recordings.
okay.
Okay. Well, there's more than one recording studio there.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Georgia's a big place.
it is, but it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're learning that.
Yeah.
It's kind of the smallest big state ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like coming up here like Alan. The name sounded familiar. You know, he's from Jasper, whatever. But
Yeah.
you can't go anywhere without somebody who knows you or your family. He was like, I see you're Chadwick. He's like, where are you from? I was like, Nelson. He was like, oh, he said, who's your dad? I told him. He's like, really? And I was like, oh, God. Don't even tell me the story. Just, okay, I've heard them.
Well, when you talk about trying to, whenever you make it big and trying to find something for your buddies to do or whatever, that also happened for another Georgia artist,
Yeah, Luke Bryan.
Yeah, Luke,
Yeah.
Luke Bryan, he had this guy that just kept showing up at his shows and kept begging for, to be able to hang out with him. And they're like, we got to find something for this guy to do.
Yeah.
And so they let him start selling T-shirts, and the next thing you know, once Luke started hitting it, they actually let the guy start riding the bus, and lo and behold, that's now Cole Swindell.
Yep.
How crazy is that? That the guy that was just bugging you to do something, goes and sells T-shirts, and now he's almost as equally as big.
Yeah,
So,
had a
that's
number one
crazy.
song.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous. It's crazy how the world works, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent coming out of Georgia.
There is. I just, speaking of that, I just saw today, Jacob Bryant is from that area.
Yeah, he's from the same town.
Yeah, and he actually, I think, has a new single getting ready to come out. And Tyson Lehman is from here, but him and Jacob have kind of teamed up, and so they're going to be doing some shows in that area. So while you're making contacts, that might not be a bad one.
No,
Just
it wasn't.
saying.
My producer actually helped Jacob get started at Cowboys a long time ago.
Really?
Oh, wow.
He was playing in the house band there, and he got Jacob the house band lead singer spot.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you are making some good contacts.
Yeah, it's a small world.
I guess it is. So, you got some comments over there. I see you looking.
Well, I'm always looking for that. But, yeah, Patty with an I is out there.
Hey, Patty.
And Michelle, I hope your back feels better. Anybody else have some questions? Hopefully I didn't miss it. It started
Patty and
going
Rick,
kinda
they're up
fast
there
for a
in
minute.
Williamsport, Maryland. They're saying hello from.
Yep.
Yep.
Mo Cephas is out there.
She's over in the hills in North Carolina.
Oh, and Taylor said she did hear that story before.
Uh-oh.
So somebody told on you before me.
Well, no, and I probably told on myself at some point in time, but, as they say, with old age comes memory loss, and I just may have forgotten.
Well, if you,
Or maybe wish I'd forgotten. I don't know.
if you give him enough beer, he starts saying all kinds of stuff.
Now, there's no...
That's lie. That's lie right there.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's hysterical.
All right. You want to play another song for us?
Yeah, I'll play. Let me think. I was thinking all day. I was like, what do they play it?
You play whatever you like.
I'll play this song, actually. It's been coming out this year at some point on the EP or single, whatever we do. But back whenever I was recording Rockin' Chair, and it was during the summer, I guess, when I was really starting to know Chad and talked to him on the phone before I went up there and recorded the first time. And he was like, yeah, you want to record this? Or he said, I got this song my buddy wrote. He was like, he wrote it for Midland, but they didn't want to cut it.
Really?
And I was like, duh. And then he was like, well, let me send it to you first, see if you like it. And I was like, all right, send it to me. And I listened to it, and I was like, dang. I was like, that's a real song. And then so it's called Tripping Over Heartache. Here I am again, setting them up at 3 a.m. Another shot of you should have known better. Get your shit together, should have seen it coming, my friend. It ain't the first time, but I hope it's the last time. 'Cause it seems to be my new favorite pastime. I've been tripping over heartaches, slipping on my mistakes. I can't seem to win, I always lose. Even when I'm sleeping, these memories keep keeping this tired heart awake. Yeah, lately I've been tripping over heartaches. Here they go again, setting me up with a friend of a friend. They swear she's just my type, one that I really like, and we all know how it ends. I be tripping over heartaches, slipping on my mistakes. I can't seem to win, I always lose. Even when I'm sleeping, these memories keep keeping this tired heart awake. Yeah, lately I've been tripping over heartaches. Thank you, appreciate that.
I would say Midland's loss is your gain for sure.
I hope. When he said Midland, I was like, what? Like the same Midland, it's like, that I'm thinking about Midland, or is there a lot smaller Midland?
Of course not.
But I guess they have so many songs kind of like that, and
Right.
Heartache, and that's a constant thing with them, so I can see them trying to get away from that, so I understand.
No, everybody loved it. We got a lot of clapping hands. Mo Cephas said he's really good.
I appreciate that.
I can see him blushing from over here.
I know, right? You know, it's so fun to, now I'm going to sound old, so I'm sorry, but it's so cool to see younger artists who are new to the business and really see that passion and that excitement, because, you know, when you're in the business for a while, you start kind of losing that a little bit, and so it's really neat to see that. So I love watching you perform, and I like the passion
I appreciate
that you've got going on, and the excitement. It reminds me why I love music so much and why I love the business.
Well, absolutely, and you know, we love, you know, meeting new people and realize, you know, how much talent there is, you know, untapped talent that there is out there that, you know, unless you go searching for it, the world may never ever hear. Because you know, some people don't listen to anything but mainstream country radio, and then you got some that you know when you talk about mainstream country radio, they say that's not real country. So you know, so they may listen to nothing but outlaw country or whatever. And when there really is a great pool of talent, you just got to kind of sometimes look past some of the stuff around it. You know, because, you know, Luke Bryan's he's a heck of a performer, a heck of a singer, but he came into the business at that time where, you know, bro country was going off, and he has spent several years, in the last couple of years, trying to shake that stigma from, you know, just what the industry did to him, because he had to format himself to what the industry wanted just to be able to make it. So, you know, we love it when we hear, you know, fresh, raw voices that are out there making music. And that's why we do this show and bring artists like you in here, is so that the world can hear that there is real country music out there.
It's still alive somewhere.
That's right. Well, Hunter White said he is proud of you.
Nice one, everybody.
So you're surrounded. It seems like you're surrounded by some really amazing people that are super supportive.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
and keep those people keep those people with you. If they're good people, take them with you.
Every time I play somewhere, especially around home, around Jasper Ball Ground somewhere, you know, usually have a really good crowd wherever I go, this restaurant or wherever I'm at. I played a Main Street thing this summer. There's one of those like summertime concert series where we played like the last one, got to headline it, and I think there was like 6,000 there. I mean, it's obviously there wasn't 6,000 there to see me, but there was 6,000 just because of the event and all that. But still,
that's potential 6,000 fans right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's one of those like surreal moments, like it's one of those 180 moments, I guess you'd say, or 360 circle around back.
Yeah.
I was sitting there in the middle of Main Street on stage, and like just the street, just covered us from end to end.
Wow.
And I could see the place where I started out, like at that time, 8 or 9 months before.
Yeah.
Just right on one of those side roads, and I was like, dang, like we've came this far.
It's been a journey already.
in a 9 months. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, so when you think about, what you accomplished in just the 9 months that you've been doing this, you got to kind of, if you keep that going, you can just imagine what you're going to build toward.
Yeah.
Yeah, in 10 years, look back. That's like if somebody would have said, oh, you're being Chattanooga on a Wednesday night doing a radio deal, and I was like, they're like, what are you talking about? If some of the things I've got to do, like even like Nashville, I wouldn't have thought I'd be anywhere in the ballpark of doing anything in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I was doing it month 6. I did it. We got to do it one time, but then to go up there recording and start meeting people and stuff. I mean, just really blessed to have stuff happen fairly quick. I mean, nothing major, but still just wheels turning. I mean,
exactly.
Not just sitting there stagnant, playing the same place. I mean, all the time getting to do new stuff and getting to meet people in the business and learn more and all type of stuff. It's really been really grateful and really blessed for it.
That's really cool.
That is awesome. Well, it's top of the hour, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a little bit of break, so go get some refresher beverage and as I say, hit the head if you need to, and we're going to go play. We're going to play. Take care of our sponsors who take such great care of us along the way, and then we'll come back after that. But I'm going to leave everybody because I did have a request tonight. So I told him I would try to work in the request. David Zokor had a request, actually a dedication that he wanted to send out to, I guess it'd be a friend of his, Richard Lucchesi. They refer to him as the Italian Stallion. And he wants to hear new music from Morgan Wallen, Tennessee fan.
Since we pulled out a win, I loaded the truck down with beer, drove down to watch them do it again. And they did, so we went to the bar right after. Met a girl with a houndstooth print of her chapter on her shirt, and it turned into talking all night. She came back with me across the Ball State line. Guess the joke's on Alabama, 'cause they lost big this time. I got the #1 pick, blonde hair, red lips, brought her over to the other side. A little deep side Delta gamma, done found a Smoky Mountain man. Yeah, she was raised real tight till the day she died, but ever since that night, she's been a Tennessee fan. She likes riding on them winding roads, the smell of sweet pine in the air. I took about as high as you could go. You could still see Tuscaloosa from there. And all them girls back home say, how could you love them? All them boys probably hate me for taking her from them. Lord knows her mom and daddy's jaw would drop if they heard her singing every word of Rocky Top. It's the joke's on Alabama, 'cause they lost big this time. I got the #1 pick, blonde hair, red lips, brought her over to the other side. A little deep side Delta gamma, done found a Smoky Mountain man. Yeah, she was raised real tight till the day she died, but ever since that night, she's been a Tennessee fan. Oh, yes, alright, let's just call it even, 'cause she's all mine and she ain't ever leaving, and she's damn fine in orange every weekend from now on. Yeah, she found home. Looks like the joke's on Alabama, 'cause they lost big this time. I got the #1 pick, blonde hair, red lips, brought her over to the other side. A little deep side Delta gamma, done found a smoke
Tiki Man Radio is proud to present the JBL Legends Travel Moment with Joe Leo. Take it away, Joe.
Good morning, everybody. It's Joe Leo from the JBL Legends Travel Group with this week's Travel Minute. And this week, what I want to do is talk about a travel sector that we call wellness travel. We get a lot of calls about this, actually recently more than ever before. And what wellness travel is, it's all about health and well-being. So people are looking for resorts that have spas and hot springs, that have yoga classes, meditation classes, and those kinds of things. It also involves being able to do hiking, bike riding, mountain climbing. A lot of people like that mountain climbing in those, in some of those resorts, whether it's the U.S. national parks or over at the Mayan ruins in Mexico. But this is a really popular sector now. It's called wellness travel. And I'm finding that we get a couple of like husbands and wives that want to do this. They're not really into the beaches. They're not into cruises. They're looking for someplace they can just go and relax. Not necessarily on a beach either, but just in an area where there's where they can take advantage of some of the wellness activities. We even have a resort up in upstate New York, which is totally revolves around eating right, meditation. It does yoga. It teaches you how to do vegan eating if you want to switch, become a vegan, which a lot of my friends have done recently. Anyways, this is a whole nother sector. It's called wellness travel. I want you to know that it's out there and it is available. And there are a number of resorts that do cater to people looking for that particular type of travel. So if you have any questions about that, or you're looking for something like that, if you're not a beach person, you're not a cruise person, you're looking for something different, give us a call at the JBL Legends Travel Group at 732-831-5200, and we'll be glad to take a look and see what's available for you, what would fit into your profile. Anyway, have a great day. Hope to talk to you soon. This has been Joe Leo with this week's Travel.
Thanks, Joe. Always travel with someone you trust. JBL Legends Travel and Joe Leo. Reach out to him at 732-831-5200, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio.
Just before noon, I pulled into Orange Beach to a Jerry Jeff tune. Seagulls were singing my favorite song. I guess you can say this is where I belong. Well, I might be from Tennessee, but I feel at home right here on the beach. Sand between my toes and a sunburned nose, I'm trying to catch a good tan. Sipping on rum and having fun in the sun. I'm listening to a tiki bar band. Yeah, that's life. That's life. Life on the go. Yeah, I love to come down here. Just like the water, my mind's crystal clear. Well, I'm never far from the Pink Pony Pub. Oysters on the half shell are what I love. Well, I know it's for only a week, but the memories are always with me. Sand between my toes and a sunburned nose, I'm trying to catch a good tan. Sipping on rum and having fun in the sun. I'm listening to a tiki bar band. Yeah, that's life. That's life. Life on the go. Feel sunburned nose. I'm trying to catch a good tan. Sipping on rum and having fun in the sun. I'm listening to a tiki bar band. Yeah, that's life. Yeah, that's life. Yeah, that's life. Yeah, that's life. Life on the go. Yeah, that's life down at the end of Highway 59. Straight into that Pink Pony Pub. Oysters on the half shell are what I love.
Hey y'all, this is B-Dawg
And Lou.
from Tropical Country right here on Tiki Man Radio. Next time you take a trip down to the Key West and you want to get out on the water, we want you to check out our sponsor, Goaltending Services. Goaltending Services is the premier charter service in Key West. They offer a wide range of amenities. Goaltending Services is also a veteran-owned company, and they take care of their veterans and active duty personnel by offering a 25% discount with your veteran or military ID. For more about Goaltending Services, give them a call at 305-916-0990.
Or look them up online at goaltendingservices.com.
Off the coast on a boat, drop a rock on the radio. Every Thursday night down at BW3's my 15 minutes of fame, singing karaoke. I do all the classics from Willie to Hank. Give me an old cash song and I'll take it to the bank. They line up around the corner just to hear me sing. But then again, it could always be the 25-cent wings. But I sound just like Kenny Chesney when I'm singing along in the car. And it's so clear in front of my bedroom mirror that I play a mean air guitar. I just took fourth place in the county fair talent show, and who said I wouldn't go far? It's all in a day's work when you're living the life of a part-time country star. This job at the mall's really getting in the way. I'm going music full-time if I could ever get paid. Grad parties and weddings and corner saloons. If the schedule keeps up, I'll need a tour bus soon. I'll use my old laptop to cut my first CD. Start a MySpace music profile for the world to see. I sound just like Kenny Chesney when I'm singing along in the car. And it's so clear in front of my bedroom mirror that I play a mean air guitar. I just took fourth place in the county fair talent show, and who said I wouldn't go far? It's all in a day's work when you're living the life of a part-time country star. I'll probably never sign one of them big-time Nashville record deals, but my dream is to open one show for Brad Paisley. I'd love to know how that feels. And I sound just like Kenny Chesney when I'm singing along so clear in front of my bedroom mirror that I play a mean air guitar. I just took fourth place in the county fair talent show, and who said I wouldn't go far? It's all in a day's work when you're living the life of a part-time country star. Country star. Of a part-time country star. Ooh, one day I'm going far.
Part-time country star. That's our good buddy Joe Zellick. I thought that was pretty appropriate since we got a part-time country star
That's a
right
fact.
here in the studio.
Yep.
And guess who else we have in the studio? Our buddy Golden is joining us
Golden
again.
is here.
Hey.
Everybody, finally, the Golden has come back to tropical country.
That's right.
Boy, these are hot.
I'm gonna have to give you a lesson again. Bring your microphone up a little bit.
Well, these are hot.
They are hot.
The
Okay.
headphones.
Yes, these headphones are
You've
hot.
got the hippie chick's headphones on.
She's about
All right. Well, give me a thumbs. Give me a thumbs up when we get where you need to be.
there, right there.
Right there.
Good.
Up a little bit.
Up a little bit.
There you go.
All right.
I can work through that. Hey, everybody.
All righty.
Callie, Patty. Let's see, Mosifus.
Golden's his own superstar over here.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
got his own fan base.
He does.
Of course, Golden comes from the land that you also hail
Right up
from.
the
So
road. Probably 5 miles.
Yeah, I did. That's why, I said I know your dad. And your buddy Will Rowland. Is that Mark?
Yeah,
is Mark
it is.
his daddy?
Mark's
Yeah,
dad.
know him. Let's see. Thomas Fountain.
Yeah.
His dad was my football coach.
Yeah.
And then Jacob Bryant.
Yeah.
Of course, I know Alan Bryant. I know all them. I grew up with them, around them. So it's like it's great to see you come out of that little podunk town that we're all from and do these amazing things. It's just great to see you do it.
From nowhere.
Yeah, from nowhere, Jasper, Georgia.
Yeah. I opened for Thomas this summer.
Did you really?
Yeah.
that's what I was going to ask you. I thought I saw something where you had been opening for Thomas.
Yeah.
That is great.
Very nice.
is fantastic.
All of you helping each other out.
Yeah.
That's a cool
That
thing.
was a songwriter night deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did that go down at?
Canton Theater.
Canton?
Yeah.
Yeah, down in Canton, Georgia.
Which Thomas he'd also been a guest on their show. So
Really?
now you have that in common with him as well.
Yeah, he did a video
He did it
interview
on
with
air.
us.
He did it on
Yeah.
He did a video interview. We haven't gotten him in the studio, so you've already topped him right there.
There you go.
So there you go.
I've been working on Jacob, people that know him and that I know him, and just trying to get him in here. And
I kind of dropped the ball on that one, if you want me to be completely honest.
well, that's fine.
I need to get a hold of his manager. I did get his number, and we talked, and then I lost his number.
I get a hold of his cousin.
But I got it again now. I found it, so we'll have to try to get Jacob in here. Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
been
we'll get
juggling a
hold of-
lot between she does do a lot. I pick on her a lot that about I'm flying the plane and I'm doing all this and that, but she really is doing a lot of work behind the scenes. We talked about our interview we did with Justin Calvert. She's working on editing that video so we can have that show here for you for too long, and she's booking talent, and so she does a lot. So I give her credit where credit's due.
I just do it all behind the scenes. I don't like the camera much.
He's the voice.
Yeah, he's the voice. There you go.
Well, I've always been told I'm a talker.
Well,
I've been told I never shut up. So.
Well, you and I, B-Dawg, we have the perfect face for radio.
Well, that is true. And then somebody decided they was going to put us on camera.
And put us on camera and scare everybody to death.
That's why the idea was, put a cowboy hat and sunglasses on him, and it'll just have to do.
well, everybody loves the cowboy hat. Mosifus said something about it tonight, so.
Well, I was told I can't have a country music show without wearing a cowboy hat. So
It only took
there
a
it
year
is.
and a half to get you in one, but we got you.
And now I own 2 cowboy hats.
know.
So we're
It looks very nice.
we're expanding the the inventory. I got to find room next to all my baseball caps. I also
Oh, good Lord. I'm going to need another closet.
Right on.
Between the T-shirts and the baseball hats, you
Oh,
just don't
God.
even understand.
You couldn't really see him without it though. Like, if
No.
I'd have watched the videos, or I did, but watching the videos and coming here and see him, if he'd have walked out, I'd have been like, well, who's that?
If he didn't have his hat on.
Wearing the hat glass, like, oh, that's B-Dawg. Okay.
Yep.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Callie McCool from California says hello.
Over there
So we
on the
truly-
left coast.
We truly do have them all over the country and several
Yes, we
countries
do.
chiming in
That's
for you
crazy.
tonight. Yeah.
That is
And there's
awesome.
some people from let's see where they're moving, but they're moving down to where are they moving to? Where is Patty and Rick moving from?
They're moving from Williamsport, Maryland, down here to
Maryland.
Tennessee, but
Don't know exactly
their
where
final
yet.
Destination we do not know. It is top
they-
secret at this time.
Okay. I think I know it, but I can't
I think when
say
they
it.
know, they'll let us know.
Yeah.
Right, and we got friends in Memphis.
Yeah.
A lot of people in Memphis that are listening to you tonight. Let's
Yeah.
see. I'm trying to figure out. See, in Mo Cephas, she's out there in North Carolina.
Yep.
Let's see if I can find the rest of these people. They're in Canada. So
Yep.
you're being listened to in Canada right now. People are chiming in from Canada tonight.
As I
so.
said, Verona Corona chimed in from the beaches of Mexico. So,
Oh yeah, well she's
So,
yeah.
yeah.
You're international now. How do you like that?
you ever think you'd be an international superstar?
No, I did not.
Then what cracked me up? Not it didn't crack me up, but all your friends
Yeah.
that are from Jasper that are they're just chiming in saying we love you, we love you, we love you. You know,
That's what I said.
that's
He's got such
fantastic.
a good
Yeah, you've
group around him.
your interview tonight has really livened up the live chat. It's really banging tonight.
Yeah,
it's really
love
banging
There's
tonight.
a
And Gartrell just then Maureen Benefield, she's in North Carolina too. She's out near the Charlotte area.
Yep.
Shay wants you to give Chigger a shout out.
And Gartrell, Tommy, he's swinging his belt for us tonight. Oh, yeah. He's swinging his belt, but let's just for a good cause.
That's right.
Well, give Chigger a shout out.
hey,
No,
Dad.
that's not Chigger. That's Gartrell.
No,
Chigger's his
but
dad.
Shay said give Chigger a shout out.
Oh, hey, Chigger, Sally Golden. Good to see you. Hope you're listening in. Good to hear from you. I guess that's all I got.
Well, Callie McCool said he's looking at Destin for retirement. That's only 6 hours
Destin.
away, Callie.
Destin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
Do
we
it.
go fishing.
It's not
Yeah.
too far away at all. I'm gonna tell you what. We went down along that Gulf. We've been to Panama City a few times. And then we went down to Gulf Shores, and I know my kids don't want to hear this, but God, I could see retiring on the coast.
Oh, yeah.
I could see going down to the coast and retiring.
Yeah.
Maybe if we moved to the beach, I'd come visit more.
That might happen.
Foley, Alabama. would
We
be a good
love
place.
Foley.
Foley.
We love
Yeah.
Foley
yeah.
was very, very nice.
Foley's a real cool town.
Yeah.
What is y'all's go-to spot?
Our go-to spot?
Yeah.
I don't think we have a go-to.
Lately, it's been Panama City Beach.
Yes.
That's what mine is.
Yeah.
At your age, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redneck Riviera. Yeah.
We might be getting a little old for that area now,
Yeah,
but
I could understand that.
yeah.
Then I
Well.
went from there over to the Gulf Shores, over to Orange Beach.
Yeah.
This year we're going to hit Gulfport because everybody likes to gamble. It's in my family apparently. They all want to go hit the casino, so I'm going down there. You can fish, you can stay on the beach, and you can go to a casino. So
Well, some could say, Golden, that the Golden Girl took a gamble on you.
she did.
And she won. She won the
You
jackpot.
think?
I do.
I think she crapped out. I think she rolled snake eyes. But okay.
All right, well,
Well, Jackson Jones
Hey, Verona.
says so proud of you, and he loves you.
Maureen.
Thanks, Jackson. Love you too.
awesome. Now, you allude to it a little while ago, the other song that you have out there, Rockin' Chair.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about that song?
Well, every time I'd write a song, 'cause I there for a while, I'd go play at like parties and stuff where I started playing out, just play a couple songs, and I'd play some everybody knew, everybody sang, they'd be like, play something you wrote, and I'd play some I wrote, and be like, oh, I bet I know who that's about. And I wasn't really good at hiding it, I guess. I'd give too many descriptive
can't get away with
details.
anything in a
It's a
small
small
town.
town.
It's not, exactly.
You can't get away
You know
with
exactly
nothing.
what I mean. You can't.
do.
Everybody, oh, I know exactly what that's about. I'm like, no, because I've never really wrote a song about one girl or anything. I've always had a kind of like college girl, and other songs I've got that are coming out, it's just more like situations that relate to another. And I kind of just go off that, so I'm not really just honing in on one girl or anything. Somebody sniffs it out. So this is the first song I ever wrote really about somebody. It's about my grandpa. I don't remember if he was sick or what it was, but I was kind of down about it, and I just kind of started writing, and it came out. I wrote it in like 30 minutes.
Wow.
I don't know how.
That way.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said earlier, I've never had a song. I don't think I have a song that I've got in production and getting released that I've wrote for that took longer than about 2 hours on, probably.
Wow.
Except College Girl, we've already talked about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rockin' Chair is about my grandpa. I wrote that just about being around him pretty much. I was hanging out with him.
Well, I can find out, when it comes to songs about grandpas and grandmas and stuff, that those do come easy because, you have memories, and those memories those songs kind of write themselves. Yeah,
exactly. Like
especially if you're really, really close to a grandparent, and that you can have those, those memories and the times that you've spent, to draw upon.
And the feelings you have for them.
Yeah.
That will pull it out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I've grown really close to them. I mean, we're neighbors. So, I mean, it's.
Oh, how nice.
That's kind of, I guess they call it the compound because we all live on the same
That's
lane,
great.
I guess you'd say. Dad's house, my great-grandma's house, my grandparents' house, my great-uncle's house. It's all like we don't have any neighbors besides us. You can't really see anybody.
How great and awful that could be at the same time.
Right.
If I ever got in trouble growing up, I was really in trouble. I had nowhere to run and hide.
You could run and hide anywhere.
No.
Well, would you like to play Rockin' Chair for us? Because I listened to it and I'm like, yeah.
Is it going to get me?
It probably will get you. That's why I kind of waited when we was getting more toward the end part of the show, or we still got playtime left. But
I know.
I wanted to make sure that I got a little farther into the show before I brought out the Tear Factory.
There we go. Make sure I was playing right. But yeah, it's just one of those songs. Just kind of wrote itself. Really, I mean, I don't think I spent more than 30 minutes or 45 minutes on it. It just kind of went. Then I played it with my dad, and he was like, it got him. And I was like, okay, this is what I...
Got him in the feels,
This is what I want to do with country music, There's all the party songs, stuff's good, have a good time, but those songs, like something like Chiseled in Stone or something like that just stand and tells the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Those songs will be around for forever, and that's kind of what I want to do.
All right.
Sitting on the porch of that old wood house, shooting the breeze while the sun went down. Me and him, covered in cornfield dust. We sat there rocking away. He said, son, I'll be gone one day. So I hung on to every word Grandpa said. And we talked about life and living, cowboys and women, what he lost and all he'd been given. Raising hell in his wilder days to a little church house and the good Lord's amazing grace. Horses, cows, tractors, and plows. Getting married in Grandma's wedding vows. Told me, son, life ain't always fair. I forgot the words. Life ain't always fair. Yeah, I learned a lot sitting in that old rocking chair. Talked about the way back whens and how he wished he could be my age again. Sat on the front porch with my old man's old man talking about life and living, cowboys and women, what he'd lost and all he'd been given. Raising hell in his wilder days to a little church house and the good Lord's amazing grace. Horses, cows, tractors, and plows. Getting married in Grandma's wedding vows. Told me, son, life ain't always fair. Yeah, I learned a lot sitting in that old rocking chair. And now Now the chair don't rock the way it used to. 'Cause Grandpa, he slowed way down. And I know just where to find it just about the time the evening rolls around. And we'll talk about life and living, cowboys and women, what he lost and all he been given. Raising hell in his wilder days to a little church house and the good Lord's amazing grace. Horses, cows, tractors, and plows. Getting married and grandma's wedding vows. Told me, son, life ain't always fair. Yeah, I learned a lot sitting in that old rocking chair. In that old rocking chair.
Wow.
I'm not crying.
He got you, didn't he?
He got me
He got you.
Yeah, I'm not crying. You're crying.
Oh my God. Well, you know, there are so many people in the chat like right now, like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
like,
this song is amazing. We're crying. Yeah.
Yep.
And you don't even know that, you know, my dad passed away about
Almost 3 years ago.
3 years ago. And one of the things that had been a running joke our entire life was from the time I can remember, I would sit up at night with my dad, and it was always the thing like, can I stay up as long as my dad?
Yeah.
Can I stay up as long as my dad? And so, but I learned so much about him and so much about my mom and things my mom never wanted me to know.
Yeah.
Because my dad and I would sit up late at night.
Well,
and
mom
we
would
sit-
tell you, but you just had to get enough margaritas in her, and
Right.
she'd tell you everything.
Right. But dad would tell me just because he would get a chuckle out of it. And so we would sit out on the porch late at night or sit in the living room late at night, and we would talk forever. And so that song was exactly what I did with my dad. So thank you for that. Thank you for writing that song.
Relate in all different kind of ways.
Well, lots of people are crying. Lots of people are celebrating the song, and crying in a good way.
Yeah.
Crying in a good way.
You
It's a
bring back
blessing.
memories for a lot of people.
It's a blessing that you can put together a song like that
Yeah.
makes people feel to feel it.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people listen to music is to feel.
Yeah.
Have
Right.
feelings. That's going to go far.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I really
I
do
think
feel like
it'll go
that.
far.
Yeah, I really do feel like that could be a hit song for you for
That's-
sure.
Absolutely.
That's more stuff like I want to accomplish. I mean, like I said, all the party, like college girl and stuff, that's cool and that's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like rocking chair that you can, everybody, I mean, there's a lot more people have a experience more like rocking chair or something than have an experience like college girl.
Right.
I mean, it's just one of those things like it's so raw and emotional. It's just part of life, more or less.
Yeah.
Just watching people slow down and stuff. People you've like your heroes looked up to your
Yep.
whole life, and it's just a sad part of life. But you can turn it into something kind of good, I guess, with
Yeah.
a song or something. Yeah, it helped me. So I
You're
was like,
attacking both sides of people that like the college girl kind of song.
yeah,
And the people that want to feel the music
Yeah.
in a different way. So you're kind of getting them. So you have songs
Coming
to
and
get
going.
them either way.
everybody, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
Think about it like
there's
that.
nothing wrong with a good party song because good party songs
A
keep the
good
party
party
alive,
song.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
But
And when the party winds down.
Yeah.
a song like that, those seem to be the songs that stand the test of time.
Yep.
Yes, the longevity.
And that will stick long well after everybody forgets about that party song. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? 'Cause the party song, once the next great party song comes along,
Yeah.
people tend to forget about that.
Yeah.
But when you get a song that really touches your soul,
Yeah.
those just stand the test of time and will forever be out there. And people will, a lot of times rely on that or go back to that to either bring back that memory, or if they're going through something and that song helps them, bring back a positive memory.
Yeah.
That's where they go with it.
Absolutely.
Those old sad songs.
Yeah.
That's what I
The
need
old
to-
sad songs,
yeah.
buddy. That's it.
And to me, that song, I mean, it's sad for me because, my daddy's gone, and for people who have lost folks,
Yeah.
that, that song is sad, but at the same time, it brings back such warm, great memories
Yeah, exactly.
that it's like a bittersweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just think it's amazing. And Mosifa said, just push him out the door to Nashville already.
Yeah, that's what Mosifa said.
And Mi-chelle, the ambassador, says that song needs to get out there to all the radio stations. And she's in agreement. And you're right, because once you're sober, the party songs don't work
They
anymore.
don't cut it.
Fantastic song, says the Beach Buddha. So yeah, you are a hit here
Just
with
like
our
you
Tiki
said,
Man Radio
that song
family.
is available wherever you stream and buy your music, right?
YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. If you got two thumbs, you can type on the phone, you can find it somewhere.
There you go. And it is called Rocking Chair.
Rocking chair, yeah.
So are you a electrical lineman?
No, I was. I worked for Amacloa for
That's right.
about a year till I got out of high school and I started working there. And then, I mean, I didn't know I was going to be playing bars and stuff when I started there. I mean, that was my focus was I find a good job and start living life, you know.
Yeah.
And start out whatever. And I remember I got my first gig or whatever at the pizza place in Jasper, like September, and it wasn't until like January.
The New York Pizza.
New York Pizza,
I
yeah.
love New York Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a great place. That's a great place.
Yeah.
That's a good place to
Yeah.
eat.
And so I had a while to prepare for it, and I started in August, I think, and I got the gig in September. So I mean, music wasn't even a part of my life then, really. I mean, it was, but like me going out and playing and stuff
Right.
like this, I mean, that was.
Was that the toughest one? Was that tough? Was that
The first one?
the first one? Was that the tough one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
that
play,
was-
yeah,
that's a tough one to
definitely.
get out. In front of people, a lot of people you don't know.
Yeah, and I didn't put it on Facebook or nothing. I was like, I'm gonna see how this goes before I go do it.
You didn't want a bunch of people to know about it, right?
got you.
There's probably 30 people there. And
That's pretty good for a first gig.
I know. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, most of them were frequenters. But I mean, hey, they all knew. I knew everybody there. There was not a soul there I did not know.
Right.
And that was good.
That's the one advantage of or disadvantage when you come from a very small place where everybody knows everybody or everybody's related. to everybody
This
else.
big.
Yeah.
It's this big. We've all four been there. It is this big.
How big, Golden?
This.
That big?
That
big. All right.
Maybe this big.
Shows like that are so different, though. You play something like that, you know everybody. It's. And then you want to branch out and start doing other stuff, and then stuff with a full band. It's hard besides like Rocco's or somewhere to play with a band in Jasper or something like that. And I played last weekend in LJ at the pub by myself. It was a birthday party, but it's still like open for the public, whatever. Then it was packed, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be different.
Now, where was this?
The pub. It's beside the old movie theater in LJ.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of it.
And I played there, and I knew probably 4 people there, and the place was packed. So I was like, okay, that's what I need.
That's potential fans right there.
That's what I need. And there was these 2 girls that came up and sat down, and I kind of thought, like on the way up here, I was like, should I tell this story or not? And I was like, yeah. I mean,
tell it.
I want to. People need to learn the real me anyway. So
there you go.
They came up there and sat down, and I was like, all right. It's just got interesting. This is somebody to play for now.
I got some cute girls up front.
Something going on, and I was like, all right. So I was playing, and I could hear them talking about me, and I was like, all right, yeah, sweet. It's got
this whole country star thing's working for me.
And, and I mean, not that I hadn't had girls come up before, but I mean, I've not played a ton of places where I didn't know several people at.
Right.
But I mean, I have played a few places, but the majority of them I know several people at.
Yeah.
At least, regardless if they're in Alabama or what. Well, that's a whole different story. But I won't ramble on. But anyways, they were sitting there talking or whatever, and they were coming up requesting songs and stuff, and I was playing them. If I could play it, I'd play it. And she's about hammered. She comes up there and gets right in my face. She goes, "Oh, this is a funny story, but me and my boyfriend broke up because of you."
That doesn't sound too funny.
I was like, okay. I was like, I don't think I know you, do I? She sent a TikTok of mine to one of her friends and said something. She said something. I don't even know if I can repeat it on here or what she said.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, I figured, I was like, I don't even want to repeat that. And she said whatever she said.
But
and I was
basically,
like,
she liked you.
yeah, and her boyfriend found it evidently.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that makes sense.
They broke up because of you, not
over me.
I got
I didn't know the girl. I'd never seen her in my life.
Well, you know that you have. That means you have a lot of power with your music.
I guess.
When you have the ability to affect relationships
Yeah.
There you
you
go.
don't even know about.
I know it.
And
then
how cool is that?
I thought, I was like, dang,
That's power right
that's like
there.
one of my.
Pull them together or break them apart.
There you go.
I could consider that a band.
There you
I
go.
didn't know them. I mean, listen to
You
my
had your
stuff.
first roadie.
I know, and I didn't even know it.
I know.
That's crazy.
Well, you know, we know a lot of singers, songwriters, musicians, and I'll give you a bit of advice. You know that, we've heard. When you sit down there on that stool, and you got your guitar, and you got the pretty little girls lined up over the stage. Apparently, all it takes is just for you to look at them, and go, "How you doing?" And evidently, it works.
Listen, all you
We've
got to
heard.
do, nod your head and wink.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Just
Yeah.
In Key West, all you gotta do is stand there.
right.
I've heard some stories about that. Yeah. I believe that 100%.
And then you get bombarded.
Yeah. Poor Golden. Listen, we were in Key West. Golden wasn't even on stage. He was just standing there. And you got to tell the story. You're better at it.
Well, there was a bunch of bachelorettes, a bachelorette party came through, and I wished them all. They were leaving, and I wished them all to have a safe and wonderful trip. A wonderful rest of your day. And one of them turned around and screamed, "Lick his nipple!" No, she said, "Show your nipples."
So he obliged.
Okay. Then one of them screamed out to the other one, "Lick his nipple!"
And she obliged.
Yeah, and she obliged. So yeah, it was.
And Claudia and I were rolling. It was the funniest thing we've ever seen.
How do you turn something like that down, though?
I didn't. I got licked. Yeah, let them lick. Let them be on their way.
You all forgot how quickly it can run off the rails with Golden in the room, haven't you?
Well, the
That's why we love you, brother.
Quickly.
Well, Mo Cephas said, "Oh, you got to tip your hat whenever you do the wink."
I've started doing that.
But see, if you're playing music, you can't really
do
tip
that.
the hat, so you just.
Yeah, just wank or not.
That's right. There you go. You
And
just did it.
And he's already got the smile. I'm pretty sure the girls love.
I'm telling you. Yeah, not on the. Yeah, I can't even. So, not to sound creepy, but yes, I have seen some of the nastiest people get up on stage, the nastiest looking people. Not that I'm anything, but they're worse, and get up on stage with the guitar, and all the girls
Go crazy. Yeah.
You've got the total package with the smile and the eyes and the whole thing.
And they all shucks.
Yeah, and the all shucks.
Let me tell you what, that bashfulness goes a long way.
Oh, yeah. So you've got roadies already. You'll have some more. Just, I can't say that on the air. I'll say that later.
I understand.
Well, speaking of
careful.
roadies, where can people see you? Where you know where you'll be playing soon?
I'm playing. What's today's date? My phone died. It don't matter. I don't know why I need to find the date
Today,
anyway.
Today's the 8th.
Yeah, I'm playing March 29th at Mad Life Stage and Studios in Woodstock, Georgia. It's a Wednesday night gig, but that's one of those places. It's pretty much the biggest music venue in North Georgia.
Where is where's it located in Woodstock?
Downtown Woodstock, right on Main
On the
Street.
railroad tracks?
Yeah, yep.
Is it near that taco joint with the garage doors?
I think so. I think so. It's a pretty big place. I mean, I think it's like a 200 cap venue. Like
Wow.
for seating, like inside, they have a patio and they have like inside like a real venue, like a real. I guess you'd say it.
A real concert venue?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be my first like real show. Like I've had to make I only get to play for. I think I play for an hour. I have an opener, so I mean it's like a real.
Yeah.
Lisa Bitty Lyons, I'll give her a shout out. I hadn't got to meet her yet, but she used to be the lead singer for the house band at Cowboys back in the day.
Okay. What's her name again?
Lisa Bitty.
Lisa Bitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go there. I didn't go there often. Every time I went in there, I was
Didn't remember.
Part of a fight.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to
Shocker.
no, it wasn't me. It was never me.
Blame it on Gartrell. He's not here to defend himself.
Well, no, it wasn't Gartrell either. Somebody would pick me out of the crowd and go, yeah, I want to beat your butt. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Well,
So you've got one on the 29th.
Then that's the next one, and after that, I have to look at my schedule. It's not like I don't have a whole lot booked right now because we were waiting. My producer, he knows several like good booking agents, and I didn't want to book a lot of like not necessarily junk stuff, but I wanted to book better gigs basically.
Yeah.
Then starting out, I didn't want to go back and hit all the same restaurant stuff. So.
Right. You want to expand.
Yeah, we're putting together all this music and stuff and putting so much effort and thought into it. Then he's gonna pitch me to some booking agent stuff and get me like really going and stuff, and have to really dive into this and really start putting a lot of elbow grease into it now.
Yeah. Well, Mo Cephas said you should come play the Boondocks in West Jefferson in North Carolina.
All right, the Boondocks.
The Boondocks. Yeah.
Okay, October 21st, he will be at the Squilloween.
Yeah, I'll be up here.
He'll be at Squilloween.
Squilloween.
Really?
Yeah, he'll be at Squilloween.
He's going to be performing at the Beers and Bones
at the Beers and
patio.
Bones patio.
Nice.
Nice.
It's a big venue.
Nice.
There you go,
It's
folks.
upper
For those
class.
of you that knows where the Beers and Bones patio is,
Or figure it out and come on.
you need to get your butt up here.
I hope, and funny you talking about that, for some, on my bucket list, it's like the craziest stuff. Like the Blue Room in Statesboro is one of them, just because I've been there. I've seen a few people play there.
The Blue Room in Statesboro.
It used to be called something else.
Who else got it? Allman Brothers played a lot down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Florida-Bama, or the Florida-Bama.
The Florida-Bama.
I want to play
been there
that.
lots.
I went there last. That's where I wrote College Girl at, in a condo there.
Oh, that does not surprise me.
And so we'd go there every night. 'Cause that's all that's all we could do. We couldn't even go on the beach or anything. It was too cold.
Yeah.
And we'd go there every night and just people play. And that's before I played one show at that point at a pizza place. So like
The Bra Room.
Yeah.
in there in the bar room.
I wrote my name on one of those posts.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
There's Tiki Man Radio stickers all in that place.
Really?
By me, yeah. I went wild.
But
Well, Lou and I, we just actually made our very first trip to Floribama there
Yeah.
last week.
That's amazing.
It was the first time we had
It
ever
was
been
so
down
cool.
there. Like I said, we went down there and we did an interview and then got to spend a little time on the beach.
Yeah.
But of course, we couldn't go down to Gulf Shores area without checking the Floribama out. And it was definitely not what I expected, but it was at the same time.
Yeah.
So it
was
definitely, I can see why it has the legend that it is. I
Yeah.
guess.
I told where I was in Nashville, I guess, last week or the week before last, and I was talking to my producer. I was like, he somehow got brought up about Floribama or something. I was like, that's on my bucket list. He was like, it's on your bucket list, Floribama.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, wow.
That would be on my
be?
bucket list,
And he was
yeah.
like, man, I've played every room in that place.
Wow.
That's on your bucket list? And I was like, yeah. He's like, well, my cousin books her, or my friend's cousin books her. And I was like, what are you waiting on?
Hook me up, yeah.
Hey, a lot of times that what it takes, just having that connection.
Yeah.
So
the
there you go,
people,
right?
yeah. And he's-
Yep.
I got it made. He's helped me out a lot, just as far as arranging songs and helped me playing stuff and just all sorts of stuff. Just
That's
really,
awesome.
Really blessed to have people in my corner that are.
Well, Taylor Parks, Brian's daughter says, our daughter. So I always do that. I hate that. But anyway, our daughter
Well,
says,
you get tripped up sometimes.
I know. Come to Ohio. We will come and watch. Austin loves your song, Rocking Chairs.
Nice.
I appreciate it.
So
Thank
you've
you,
got
man.
requests to go to North Carolina and
North
Ohio
Carolina.
now.
Yeah.
Hey, I put a tour together or something.
There you go. There you go.
Well, as our time's running down for the night, you want to play one more song for us?
Yeah.
All right. Shut that door.
If I can remember how to play it, it's one of those. I think this is the next song we're coming out with.
Okay.
I taught him, my producer on the way up here, and it's pretty much finished. It is finished. So I think somebody's got to sing harmonies on it, but if I remember how to play it, I'll play it. Yeah, I can fake it through it anyway if I don't. I wrote this. This is one of those songs I wrote. I wrote this about me, but it's myself, and at the same time, just about relationships and stuff that didn't work out. And I had the idea for a few months, and I didn't know what to do with it, what way to take it or anything, but I just kind of sat down one night and I started writing. I don't know if I was heartbroken or whatever the deal was, but I was going through something, and I started writing. I was like, dang, that could work with this. So, and my whole life growing up, all my dad and grandpa have ever watched is westerns, and we've had horses my whole life, and I rode horses my whole life, so I had the idea kind of like a cowboy. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, but anyway, here it is. I got a wild hair and some tendencies that make you think less of me. If you knew everything she knew and heard like she did. But she got me back and settled up a score and cut me in the heart I didn't want anymore. But I still got my pride. I'd never let her know she's got me down. I should have begged her to stay and never let her leave. I guess I'm kinda like a cowboy, right off in the sunset. Pretend I don't give a damn, act like I ain't hurt. If I got the blue sky, that means I'm alright. Yeah, I live off of whiskey when I'm alone, dreaming how she kissed me. But she's long gone, long gone. Guess I'll saddle up and ride on. I'm kinda like a cowboy. It gets real cold, sleeping all alone, and these stars make me wonder if she's ever moved on. There's a hole in my chest the size of the moon where my heart's supposed to be. I should have begged her to stay and never let her leave. I guess I'm kinda like a cowboy, right off in the sunset. Pretend I don't give a damn, act like I ain't hurting. If I got the blue sky, that means I'm alright. Yeah, I live off of whiskey when I'm alone, dreaming how she kissed me. But she's long gone, long gone. Guess I'll saddle up and ride on. I'm kinda like a cowboy.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Wow.
The crowd loves it, that's for sure.
I'm telling you, you really keep doing what you're doing
I
because
appreciate
you're gonna go far.
Have we got time for one more? I got one more I want to leave y'all.
Well,
Please.
absolutely.
I wrote this kind of the same deal. It's I guess I don't have write about the same girl, but I guess kind of the same kind of situations, I guess, in different ways. And I got a few different relationships, and if I could change or whatever, I'd probably change a few things, but not many. Because I'm evidently whatever I'm doing is working for me at the moment.
Right.
It might crash and burn on the way home, but for right now, I'm perfectly fine. But I wrote this song. It's called "Off My Mind." It'll be coming out this year too in the EP, or like I said, whatever, however we release them. I wrote it about pretty much just trying to get over girls and that I've been with, and it seems like the ones that you want don't want you, and the ones that you don't want you. That's just the way it's always worked for me anyway. And I look back at the times we were going to Statesboro and Athens every weekend and trying to meet girls, like every 19, 20-year-old kid does, and the beach and everywhere. And I wrote this song called "Off My Mind." You're in here in this bar tonight. A place like this don't suit your type, but I fit right in. 'Cause tonight I'm falling apart. Been catching your smile, bet you didn't know. About this time last night, she let me go. So what are the chances you'd slide over by my side? I'm way too gone to know what I'm thinking. I'm way too drunk to taste what I'm drinking. But I bet I can feel the way your lips land on mine. She broke my heart, it's gonna fall out. We were going strong, we crashed and burnt now. I bet you could put me back together tonight. Help me get her off my mind. You can pull up a chair, put your number in my phone. You know what, baby, I'll just take you home. It ain't the whiskey I'm missing, so baby, come fix me tonight. I'm way too gone to know what I'm thinking. I'm way too drunk to taste what I'm drinking. But I bet I can feel the way your lips land on mine. She broke my heart, it's gonna fall out. We were going strong, we crashed and burnt now. I bet you could put me back together tonight. Help me get her off my mind, my mind, my mind. You're so fine, I'm out of control. I pay the tab if you're ready to go. I'm way too gone to know what I'm thinking. I'm way too drunk, taste what I'm drinking. But I bet I can feel the way your lips land on mine. She broke my heart, it's gonna fall out. We were going strong, we crashed and burnt now. I bet you could put me back together tonight. Help me get her off my mind, my mind, my mind. Help me get her off my mind, my mind, my mind.
Very nice.
Thanks.
Holy crap.
Love it.
Live that.
I am super excited for all this new music you've got coming.
Absolutely.
There's one more, we won't break it in it though. I don't think I remember how to play it.
There's been some that's awesome.
I've got so short amount of time, working through the week and get to go up there on weekends and record stuff. And then
Right.
my producer being busy, go up there and you try to hammer a couple songs a weekend and see what you can come out with by the time you got to go back home. And I hadn't really had a whole lot of time to, after I wrote them, I knew how to play them obviously going up there, but I hadn't played some of them, a couple of them in a while.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Nice.
I do have one more question from a viewer, listener. They were told you play another instrument.
I see him looking out there toward the bar.
Do you play another instrument?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll make the joke. We were on the way up here, and like I said, I didn't know they were going to come with me, but they were like, Corey called me, like, hey, you want us to go? And I was like, yeah, I'll come down and get y'all or whatever. So we're coming up here, and I was like, you know what? I've never really done an interview. I was like, ask me some questions.
There you go.
And they were like, all right. And Andrew was like, what all instruments do you play? I said, I play guitar and skin flute.
Wow.
I couldn't have got away with
Wow.
that. Y'all
No.
busted me on
Well,
that.
on that note,
Oh my God, I love that's hysterical.
we've already told people where they can find your music. How about your socials? Where can they find you on social media?
Instagram, Silas.Chadwick. Facebook, Cy Chadwick. I think that's...
Do you have a website
Yeah, I do.
yet?
CyChadwickmusic.com, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, I was still laughing about the other thing.
No.
It wasn't me derailing the train this time. It was our live studio audience.
Wasn't even me.
It wasn't even you.
It wasn't even Golden.
It wasn't even you.
I told him I'm like,
Slow
no,
it down.
I won't say that.
Yeah, you hang out with us long enough, you'd be surprised what you'll say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a good note anyway.
Yeah, I had the wheels sparking on the train for a second, but that didn't derail it.
Well, Si, we want to thank you so much for coming and
thank y'all.
spending time with us, letting us get to know you and your music and performing for us. We greatly appreciate that, and hopefully we've picked up a few listeners for you along the way.
I hope so. I had a ball. This was a good time.
Well, good. We had a blast, and everybody loves you.
Well, if something else new comes up for you, you want to share it, I'm sure they'll make room for you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I don't want to.
You act like you used to work here.
Still,
Well, at Golden, we want to thank you for stepping in and coming and visiting
Yeah.
us.
Well, you're more than welcome. Usually, all you have to do is ask, and I can make it. I can make it happen.
Well,
We love having
if you
you.
want me on the show, I can come and sit in.
Well, it was only appropriate then when we got a hometown kid from your
Yes,
neck of
I
the
had
woods
to.
that we
I
get you
had
here
to.
in the studio to
Yep.
make that connection back, because who knows, you guys are probably related.
Could be.
Could be Branch Ken.
Yeah, I do live down the branch from him.
Yeah. Branch Ken.
All right. Well, our time is just about up. Anything final last words that you have?
I just want to, again, thank you for coming tonight, and
yeah.
you are truly welcome back anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All you have to do is get a hold of us and say, hey, I got something going on I want to talk about, and you are more than welcome to come up.
Sweet.
And if
Yeah.
you need a place to stay instead of having to drive back, contact me. We have room. We have
Yeah.
room in the house. We have, we have spare room. Plus, we have the VRBO. So
Yeah.
just get with me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I will for
right.
sure. It's a good time.
All right. Any words of advice to close out this week?
Same as always. I want everybody to be kind to each other because, again, you just never know what people are going through. And, give the people that you love a hug.
Now, when is our next scheduled guest? Do you know that offhand?
Good point. Hang on.
All right. Because we got to give that information out.
That's right. So we are currently in talks with Percy Abel.
Percy Abel. How cool.
He is definitely going to be coming in the next, either the end of this month or beginning of April.
That's right. He's got new music out.
Yeah,
We'll
he
be
just sent
debuting
us
at
his
some
new
point.
single.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, we're going to be at the Parrot Head Rendezvous. And then looks like in June, we're going to have Manalo in studio.
Nice.
So I've got a couple other things in the work, but I don't want to announce it until I can confirm. So.
We got some.
And I know Slayton Dooley is going to be coming
we're planning
back
on.
too.
So we got some gaps that we're working on filling, and
Yeah.
and we're gonna have some huge news, hopefully coming up very, very soon about a guest that we're trying to get in studio, trying to get in studio, and it will be, as I said, huge whenever we're able to finally announce that. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, asking your questions, and just all out participating. We thank you for tuning in each and every week to support us as well, because we absolutely love you all. And we have so many people to thank. We have to thank our sponsors, of course, JBL Legends Travel, the official travel company of Tiki Man Radio. Before you plan your next getaway, make sure you reach out to Joe at 732-831-5200. And also goaltending services. When you're down in Key West, get out onto the water and have a great time, whether it be a sandbar or the backcountry, and no better people to do it with than Goaltending Services. And contact them at 305-916-0990 or go to gtscharters.com. And last but finally not least, MFG Records Tropical, Dave Signs, Beth Travers. If you are an up-and-coming artist and you're wanting somebody to take your music to the next level, well, reach out to them, because they've been in the business for a very, very long time, and they can definitely help you. And with that, I think our time is done for the evening. So we want to wish you guys a very happy rest of your week and a fantastic weekend. Just like that. It's last song, last call, Mr. Bob Shealy. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody. Have a great week.
See y'all.
I know it's been a lot of fun, but the set list is all done. The night was very loud and you've been a good crowd, but you know it's time to run. You've all been very kind, thank you for your time. You put me to the test as I try to address all of your requests for the night. As we look to the moon and the manager's protocol. Well, I don't ever want to end, but for now, my friends, last song, last call. A spirit with his clientele, and the drinks are flowing well. A beer sent from the bar and a healthy tip jar. And some tunes that I can sell. It's been a cool room, but it's ending too soon. And they remember to tip the bartender as they surrender to the tab. And they lip sync to the lyrics that they used to recall. Anytime I gotta say those words, oh no, last song, last call. Some came as ones and left by twos. Some still are dancing in their shoes. I break down the gear as we wind it up here. After the last song that I choose, it's the last rhyme near closing time. The final round poured as I strung the last chords, and the guitar returns to the case. Needless to say, it was a pleasure to play for you all. Here's to toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call. Here's a toast to everyone as I finally say last song, last call.